Hello and welcome to the Druidic Stormcloud channel where I'll be playing Pillars of Eternity. It's been a fun game so far and I hope it continues to be so as we are... I fear I might be soft-locked out of a better situation, mind you. But we will try to forge ahead through it anyway. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay. Let's try.
Got it.
Yunin Ianqiu and Anqiu Ibunin. Life in death and death in life. Magnificent.
Let's see, his stats put him very much in AoE territory, yeah.
Athek! Athek word and rock!
Oh boy.
Brave Dalfilathilim. Roaxen!
Athek word and rock!
I see, that was the problem.
Sacristu! Brave Dalfilathilim.
I bleed.
I can do that. As requested.
Let
Othek were the rock!
This isn't work!
The Paru beyond seek! The Paru beyond seek!
Okay.
Othek were the rock!
You know, we're gonna have to switch to this. Crushing damage is needed. We don't have anything for crushing.
Oh, I'm dead!
Tiny animate. Ooh, pet. And a small shield. I forget sometimes that it will actually unselect things that either get CC'd or get knocked out.
Brave.
Othek were the rock!
Sure.
Okay, let's see. If we go into scouting mode,
I'm on the trail.
we might be able to find well, that's the way out, isn't it? Yeah. Wait. Was there another entrance? There was. Load game, we're going to just load where we saved previously. I am not going through a bad situation with the party member if it can be avoided.
Got it.
Oh. I hadn't even noticed this area.
Brave thou
Othek were the rock! Othek Worthen Rock! Othek Worthen Rock! Othek Worthen Rock!
Brave does Philophili.
Okay. Random camping supplies, but I have full on that. Alright, jump over to the other side. A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into the river centuries ago, leaving two jagged ledges on either side of the water. You see a yawning passage into the mountain on the other side. You might be able to jump across the gap. Sagani misjudges the gap and barely makes it across, spraining a wrist in the process. Sagani has a sprained wrist. That means minus the deflection. Entering from this, we also had a bit of a vision on our hands about someone
Othek
having gone this way before.
Othek Worthen Rock!
Let's see what lies
Scouting
this
mode.
The Marvel Beyond Seek! Othek Worthen Rock!
Alright.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
And that is all the way back to where we were before. Let's also take a look at the stronghold stuff. Barracks construction is underway. And that'll take another day still. If we have them in scout mode, we should be able to see the traps before they trigger. If I'm remembering correctly.
Let's go!
The Varu beyond seek!
Lord Fili.
Othek Worthen Froth!
Alright, she's out of frenzy. That's concerning. Okay. Switch you to support. See if you can heal. You know, you should be healing.
What?
Okay. Should be able to heal them. Why are you not healing?
Praise thou Lord Fili.
Okay.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Runes cover this pillar. You don't know what they say.
Praise thou Lord.
Moeth.
Okay, nothing over here. Let's go back into scouting.
Eyes are peeled.
Corrupted Druid. And our own Druid is down. So is our Cypher. Oh, not yet. Interestingly enough. And now she is.
Moe Ixi Ana.
Even our Druid is down. Or even our Barbarian, I mean.
Praise thou Lord Fili.
Okay. That's enough injuries to fall back for now. And to make sure I was going to the right one, because obviously you can't rest in dungeon. Oh, you can.
You're a newcomer to the Deerwood as well. What do you make of it so far?
I'd say 3. That seems to be a constant in these parts. If it isn't too much trouble with the if it isn't trouble with the Glenfothans, it's trouble amongst the Deerwoodians themselves. I find it strange that people surrounded by enemies should tear at each other so. They're a rather refreshing bunch, otherwise, I think. I've whiled away an hour or two talking to the regulars in one tavern or another, and everyone from the merchants to the servant, or from the merchant to the servant, has an opinion to share. Okay.
Slow and silent.
Okay, we have a loot point over here for Adra.
Let's see what lies this way. Brave thou.
I do have his AI on, don't I? Should be.
No problem. Quickly and quietly.
Okay. Okay.
Sacre tu! Brave thou be not believe.
There's a lesson to be taught. That didn't work. I have.
Okay.
Brave thou be not believe.
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this. I have. I'll let Margaret's fire bless this. I'll let Margaret's fire.
Roak 10!
I'll let Margaret's fire.
Brave.
Okay. Loot everything. Loot everything.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Gather everyone here, and we're going to rest because that is very bad. I had to stretch. Sorry about that. Okay, before we do anything else, we're going to have to take care of this guy. Also, we're getting very close to level 7 here.
Hello? Brave thou be not believe. Sacre tu! Brave thou be not believe. I'll give it a try, at least. As requested.
They got my scent.
al-Filath-Yalim. Rafe al-Filath-Yalim.
Moeth Ixi Ana!
Okay. Ah, right, pet.
Quiet.
She got left behind. Okay, fast mode off and still
Margaren's
on.
fire casts light in dark places.
Do your eyes see what mine see? Time to see.
We did
and not
notice
be
it, but
Ready, Watcher.
not until it was already going off. Okay.
Voice falls silent.
Okay, we're going to rest. Usually I have my main character as a... That lowers Constitution. That's bad. We're gonna fight some things and then we're gonna rest. Actually, do you have a spell that can remove injuries? You have a temporary removal.
Got it. I'll take a look.
Braved out.
Yeah, no, we're going to be resting after this. As long as we survive.
Blast! So much for our mighty hunter.
Braved out Filat Filim.
Moe Ixi Ana!
Braved out Filat Filim. Braved out Filat Filim.
Moe Ixi Ana!
Okay. Alright, let's rest soon. But let's keep going for now. We might be able to level up. That's my hope anyway.
Braved.
I'll let my...
Okay.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet. Let's...
Braved.
Moe Ixi Ana!
eggs within Adra?
Brave. Don't even slow it down. Reluctant.
It healed.
Brave Dalfila
Get up, damn you!
We're down one. Don't even slowing it down. Putting us down.
This is not going as well as I had hoped.
Reluctant.
Oh, right.
Brave Dalfila This isn't working.
My eyes are peeled.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay. Big one there. That's going to be important. Okay. Adra Animant.
Brave Dalfila
This area seems important.
Good shot with this. Moe Pixie Ana!
And it's down.
No!
Why are you doing nothing? Okay, let's see. We're gonna switch you to shifter, I suppose. Make you aggressive.
Gothic word and wrath!
Oh, perception boost. It's a neck item. This gives you healing bonus. Find mail. Oh.
Brave shall feel.
Moe Pixie Anna! Moe Pixie Anna! Lavaru beyond seek!
Roak turn.
Sure.
I guess I have to set them all to aggressive,
Sure.
don't I? Alright, I was going for this one. A tricorn hat and leather armor. Still can't read the runes. That looks very important.
Brave.
Gothic word and wrath! Gothic word and wrath!
Powers there.
Let
Brave.
Okay.
let's go! Dead up!
Roak turn.
Okay, I need to change some things here. Put them as aggressive. Okay. After this, we're going to actually head back to the keep because we need to rest. Okay. Okay. I will have to probably up the athletics. Clear the gap without incident. Right, this was here.
Animancy seems to be the topic of the hour here. You've closer dealings with souls than I do. What do you think of it?
You're not as interested in this subject? I thought you were interested in a lot of stuff. Oh no, I find it fascinating. I don't think you can really study the Iguathans without delving into the techniques and research that animancers are pioneering today. It's all very organized, I find. Dosages and measurements. Whereas with the Iguathans, the gifts with Aedra and the soul energy seem more like art. The one is a star chart, and the other is a ballad sung by a lonely pilot. You only have the one issue when you go to do things like that. No, it's done this way. Oh! Barracks construction is complete. Okay, that should be more than enough for now. Upgrades, we're going to go with... We're going to actually, yeah. Bright Hollow. We wouldn't have been able to rest in our keep anyway. What the... There they were.
And what does the flame reveal?
It's gonna be right up here, isn't it? Okay. It's another one of them. A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as dust, as a dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet, as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears, and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see someone, or the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as though from different eyes. You'd heard rumors of that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no sign that anyone has been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered with a fine layer of dust, ash. You know suddenly what this will cost you, and you're ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine in the ruin were wearing off. A child had been born not far from Deerford recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. These machines are causing the hollow burn. You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name, and you don't know theirs. But you know that you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. The two carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like a freshly greased carriage wheels. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine, but you feel a tingle as at your extremities. Searing pain spreads through your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while, it feels as if you're falling towards the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air, holding your head. You let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside the ruins, where several robed figures fell amidst the howling Beowick. Looking at the ash scattered around the cavern floor, it appears that the leaden key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. So, Doomerbella, are you feeling okay? Did you catch alcoholism from the Deerwoodians? He smiles nervously as he looks you over, examining you for signs of injury. You were off in your own little dream for a moment. What's going on with you? We are very close to leveling up. And we have discovered, oh boy, that these machines are causing the problems. Okay. Not sure why they just split up. That was odd. But oh well. That's that one, but this is the one we take. I should always look for separate paths when something like that blocks my way. Oh, beg your pardon. I have a message for you. You were summoned to Hadrit House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. And here I thought the locals were exaggerating about Dunreed Road. That seems like your name has come up in some important meetings. I hope no one was shouting it at the time. Tell me about Lady Webb. In Brackenbury, my lady, southwest corner. Oh, that was... Where can I find it? Okay, tell me about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's, well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dunreer Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passerby with suspicion. Quietly, he continues. She's supposed to be old, older than anybody, and she never leaves her room. Some say she was wasted away and she's a pile of bone kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne, too, it's said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country, before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, you'd best ask Lady Webb first. What is Dunreer Row? A whole mess of ciphers. One moment. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadrit House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in the city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. How'd you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Okay. First, we're going to go back to the base and take account of a few things.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Oh, we hadn't even gone in here yet. Yes, we had. Okay. All I need to see.
The keep's coming along nicely.
And we have an ogre. I am impressed that that questline had allowed us to get a hireling so easily. I just want to take the moment to appreciate that.
Welcome.
Show me your wares. We're going to be selling some stuff. Okay. Stock up on gold, because we need that. Keep the keep running. I did not intend for that pun, but there it is.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Let's go. I'm here continuously worrying that OBS is going to crash on me and cause the stream to mess up like it did previously. Okay. Hireling payday, and the keep is restored. Okay, next, Oh boy. You asked me for one, and I said no, not till you're older and more responsible. Do you remember this conversation? Gordy's eyes are fixed on the ground in front of him. Yes, sir. And yet I find you out here playing with a blade that clearly belongs to the knights. Do you see the problem? I didn't steal it, honest. I traded a secret for it. He points at you. Ask her. Is what my son says true? He wants to be a crucible knight. I thought it was a good way to get him started on an honorable profession. He stares at you for a moment and shakes his head. Well, I still don't approve of my boy having a weapon, but I'm glad he's no thief. You can keep the blade, but I'll be holding on to it until you're a squire with the knights. Come along, Gordy. I won't have you loitering around out here all day. Well, I kept him from getting in trouble. Speaking of, I haven't... the theater. Over by the theater, he had said. Now that I remember. He doesn't even know why I did him a favor. Brackenbury. Hadrid House is over there. Older rogue man, as you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that stirs like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition, its brow is tensed, a look of concern playing on its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
I'll see, my mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
The pain in your stomach deepens, and you feel for a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. And we wish to leave the order, so the man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth, thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
The people we intend to convert. Yeah, that one is something that would push a person away from an order. The apparition exhales slowly, his lips pressed together, a sympathetic report in his eyes. It places a hand on your shoulder.
These are the ways of the heathen world.
Surely the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
Is such a thing possible?
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely, something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. Another vision.
How do you do?
Okay, so whoever we're supposed to talk to is not down here. Lady Webb will see you now. Okay, we're going in here. The woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucence with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins, ink splotches, and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt pattern. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
Kana leans towards you. A meager trick, given Cad Noir's fame.
I also know, for that matter, about your little excursion into an Engwithan ruin near Deerford that Deer Woodens are absolutely forbidden to enter. What I am curious about is why.
I'm investigating a strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
Yeah, the awakening is a problem. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts. Little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground, the pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
What can you tell me about this Theos?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woedica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Interesting, and this is supposed to be the god that is the bookkeeper of debts and oaths.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
And 4?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
Interesting. What else is there to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal.
Yeah.
Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
2 would be an insult at this point. She's already told us that information is her business, and she's good at what she does. So, what do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you. Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Alright.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
On that note...
Well, let's hear it. I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
That's all I was able to learn so far.
Yes?
No.
Try your best not to die out there.
We're not gonna steal from them. Starting to feel like I need a bio break. So in addition to that...
Hail, traveler.
What are you so busy with? Right, he would have given us directions to go upstairs.
Are you staring at my eye patch or my ear stump?
Sorry, I was only thinking. The eyeless face seems to hound my steps. They say he unravels mysteries as well as hides them. I'm starting to doubt it.
Wild does not unravel, but he helps guide you to the path of learning for yourself. If he gave us answers, the resulting knowledge would be without value.
You never get frustrated? With all these riddles and obtuse prophecies? Just once, I'd like to get a clear answer.
And just once, I'd like to meet a woman who goes into heat at the first whiff of Stelgar urine. But that's not going to happen either.
Alright, let's take a look at our journal. Quests. Undying Heritage. The Tower. And Place of Misery and Madness. The Sanitarium, I would think.
Hail and well met.
Greetings.
Okay. Ah, here we go. It's been some time since a watcher graced these halls. His voice echoes deeply, rumbling in the floor beneath you. I am envious of your natural insights, traveler. I can only imagine how it might have helped my work in life. Now, what is it that has brought you to my sanitarium? You may have a member of the Leaden Key in your midst. He groans, and the stone around him shudders. I could have done without hearing that today. Many have their intrusions been into our affairs. Of course, one can seldom be certain whether they've meddled with or whether calamity has struck on its own. But a few of their less skilled infiltrators have been exposed from time to time. They are a perpetual nuisance. Once again, I am reminded of how envious I am of your gifts. I suspect they would be of some use in verifying one's identity. You are at odds with the Leaden Key as well, I take it. They're up to something, and I'm trying to figure out what. They're always up to something. Of that you may rest assured. If their plots have come to involve you, you have my sympathies. Do you have some idea of who this person might be? I suspect it's a patient. Very well. In that case, I would recommend you speak first with our resident animancers. They have frequent interactions with both patients and colleagues. You'll find them up here or in their offices downstairs. You will report anything suspicious to me immediately. This is my only request. Okay. Does anyone here know about awakenings? And farewell.
Greetings.
You don't have anything. Okay, you're just a glorified tour guide. Okay, so that's why I wasn't able to find them before. They are a statue. Yeah, I need to use the bio break. And I'll be streaming a bit more later on today with Devil May Cry. So, for now, let's go ahead, save. We are done for today. I hope you all enjoyed and have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it. And make sure that if you have an animal, give them all the scritches and love. If you're watching this live on Twitch here right now, make sure to drop a follow and hit that bell for notifications because I stream on a fairly regular schedule. If you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell for notifications all the same. And if you enjoyed my content, check out this playlist where I play something else. If my stuff's not so much for you, here's a video YouTube thinks you will like. Alright everyone, bye!